Right, CEO. First live stream. Hello, everyone. Sit here and wait for everyone to trickle in. Right, CEO. However long that takes, I don't know. First live stream for me. Just waiting, enjoying the coffee in the fish room. Still no one. Not too worried. It'll get active. Oh well. Nothing more relaxing than actually just sitting in a lazy boy in a fish room and watching the activity going on. So far since my last update, the new shipment of Apistogrammus have settled in quite well. No dramas there, which is really good news actually. I've started to get some live feeds on the way for them. I've actually really got to do some study on doing various types of live feeds. I've never really looked into it. It's something I do need to do some study on. Also the Trichochicada are a pair of them are getting on quite well. I don't know whether they're spawning as such. She's showing spawning colours, but I'm unsure. I'll give them another day or two and then I might do some work on possibly adjusting the tank a wee bit. See if that helps. Still, I'm popping up. I hope I've set it up correctly. Investigate and see. Nothing yet. Live chat. I see, so that's how I monitor the mods and what's going on in that. Alright. Yeah, no, so I've got it all set up correctly. Well, I did a bit of a fish feed before, just before starting this up. So it's all action stations with some of the species. The discus is really hunting its pellets down. My hat's busy terrorising its tank and looking for food. Kenya cichlids are out and about devouring the new pellets. The baddest males are having a wee show off. Two largest ones. Okay. That tank there. Won't show that much. Other than that, I was watching a video on Aquarium Co-op the other day. I think I've been watching it again today about the 20 years of no water changes. I really, really appreciate the setup that guy's done with the jellyfish. It's certainly given me some ideas and some extra insight and thoughts I've already had, that's for sure. And it's very encouraging, actually. Quite like the way he's set up the ecosystem. Hello, we got some people on chat. I just dropped my headset. Cock's on. Hey mate, how's things? Can you let me know if the audio's loud enough? Hey, Cock, I've known you long enough. You're now mod. Yesterday when I was in the fish room, just watched Mediscus do a whole spawn. I don't know why, but she seems to be very addicted to spawning on the heater. Goes up, lays her eggs, goes along, looks at them, does another run. She always loves putting them on the heater. That's it. What's she doing up in that corner? So I wonder how she'll go if I do end up making Java fin ledges around the top. Could actually be quite interesting. Oh, she's found a pellet she wants, and now she's completely vertical, now horizontal on the side, and she's got it. Good on her. I would get up and shift the camera, but there she is, coming in. Yeah, she's trying to jam herself between that rock and there. It's been quite a few months now. Quite a few months since I've done any glass cleaning. Ah, 25 years. Oh, well, okay, I stand corrected. Thanks for that. That's, yeah, okay, thanks. That's actually really impressive. I'm really impressed with that. That's, the setup he's got, it's quite remarkable. I'm really stunned by it. It goes through the aspects I've always thought of, the aqua hobby of how imitating a native biotope, imitating the actual ecosystems of the wild is just about more beneficial to your tank than tons of mechanical filtration of adding biomedia's carbon filter after filter, when the wild just uses plants, combinations of substrates, plants, to then, of course, water flow to filter out the rubbish. I've found in the past doing the same thing as best I can, it actually works well. But all the tanks I've got the sponge filters on, a hell of a lot more efficient than the standard filters I've found. Right, grab, change browser. There we go. I'll take this for a little wander. Seeing all the bruschetta fry. See how accurate this is. There's all the bruschetta fry. Out having a bit of a feed. It's two generations there. From first generation raising the second generation, and they're doing really well. Some of them are colouring up quite nicely on their pectorals. Such an interesting species. Just got to get rid of the Canyucecichlids in the 40-gallon so I can put them in it to grow them out a bit better. It's a bit more of a closer up view of the base of one of my tetra breeders. Of course, I've got 10 tetras in here. They just won't work. Over time, I'll be pulling some out, putting some in, and see how I go over time when I get more tanks. My baddest tank is going to go through some changes over the next few months, so it's got some work to do to that. Actually got a plant order on its way. Not much, just a few things. Let's see if I can reach. Oh, hold on a second. Swap over. There we go. That's all the cord's got. And that light does not work really well. That's a little bit better. About a half a kg of leaf litter in there. And the, sorry if I say it wrong, Apistogrammus broerlii seem to be appreciating it quite well. I've got some caves, driftwood, and some rock outcrop site barrows and Java moss in there to help the help them settle in and see how they go. Hopefully tomorrow they'll have their some live brine shrimp to go through. It's certainly only a young male, that's for sure. Here's the Norman Lampires. Oh, that's a bit bright. Sorry about that, guys. I'll have to do that properly with my camera. That's their wheat biotope. There's a bit of crypt melt in there in the bat tray. It's a wee little Tupperware tray. It's sand and some clay. It's only been in there a few days for the crypt, so it's to be expected. The Normans have settled in really nicely. 2 males to four females, which is good, I reckon. And there's some of the neon flame tetras. Well, that's what they advise them. I've actually got to go and check the name out. I keep forgetting. That's better. One of my favourite mosses is the peacock moss there. Oh, it looks good. Ember tetras. Oh, they're the baddest. Interrupting. That's the second alpha male. He's not the biggest. There's a bigger one in there. There's 2 of the small ones up the back. Oh no, you won't see that. Sorry, guys. And there is the male trifasciata with his blue. Oh, the 1080 looks so much better colour. There he is, showing off his beautifulness. Now, like I was saying before, I haven't cleaned the glass in quite a while now. It's been months since I've done any internal glass cleaning, and it's only just starting to get to the point where it's could do with a wee bit of a scrub. So it'll be interesting to see how well this goes. See if I can get him to do a wee flare. There we goes. Oh, he's in beautiful colour, absolutely beautiful. I love these Pistogrammus. And I can reach it from here. Here's my guppies. Tank's absolutely full of guppy fry. I'm hoping this week's budget's blown. Finished paying off the laptop and of course bought this camera. I hopefully next week I can set up another rack or two, or maybe if I can't do that, I'll get another tank or so going with some air filters and start getting these females out so I can get selective breeding and grow out the fry that are in here. The females have got some nice colour on them actually, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes over the next few years. It's a bit of an odd tank. It's a 32 gallon, random size, and I know some of the Americans will find it a bit strange, but most of the tanks I've got, some of them are odd sizes because they're all custom made. Like the that top 22 gallon long, that's all custom. The other two next to it are 2 11 gallons. I just find it easier to get some glass cup and then do it all set up custom. Right, let's swap over and check on the chat. Oh yes, it is really cozy in here, Aquarium Cop, absolutely cozy. Now I've got to figure out how to drop the link into you. Woo, links. How do I do that? What's this? Chat. Nope, I don't know that. Okay. So I'll go to the links. See if this is it. Copy. See if this works. If this doesn't work, I'll try again. No. I don't know. That does not look right. How on earth do I share my drop the link in so you guys can join me if you want to join? What do I do? Invite people. Ah, I see. Copy. That's what I need. Oh, it feels so good to have PC. Tell me if this link works, guys. Oh, I'm so much happier on PC. Those Mac computers. I won't bag them, but yeah, no, not me. I tried it today. I got my my proper video camera out. Did a 1080 film of the tank. Plugged it in. Video edit straight away. No issues. No the app on app to work, even though the video camera is supposed to be Mac friendly. Oh, it's just so good. Oh, actually, before I forget, I was talking to one of the LSSs we got up in Auckland. They were saying that they can, from time to time, pick up Pistogrammus Onslow. Oh, I'm so excited that they can get their hands on some of these for me. I love that particular type. Right. just while I am waiting for people to filter in, I'll just be on product community. Which is where I spend most of my time. Shall be popping the link into the into my channel as well. At the end of this. I believe that's correct. Probably stuff that up. Yes. That's it. Just right back. There we go. Oops, no, don't do that. Right. Hello, what's just happened here? Try stuff something up that one. Okay. Alright, it's reloaded. That's good. Oh, alright, all's good here. Just sit on the forum and keep an eye out for the friend declaring crop to spread the news and have some people filter in. Yeah, so what are we talking about? The ceiling's now 50mm polystyrene up there. I've got to get a couple more sheets in here, yeah. Big difference in what there was. Shed's 21 degrees now, which is good. The wee 11 gallon up top there. Top of the screen, so I'll make sure I can correct those for you guys. The one with the blue wee net on top, the one that's the furthest to my right hand side I'm pointing, that there's got no heater in it, and it is sitting at 20 degrees. So I'm really stoked. Really stoked. That discus is still trying to get at that pallet. She's just a bit nervous of jamming herself in there. So I was talking to my wife over the last few weeks. We've got a block of land 20, 30 k's away from us in the country. I was always wanted to build a house anyhow, but been talking more and more of it. And it looks like over the next year or so we'll be building another shed. So this is all like stepping stone to my long-term plans. But she's wondering if we do go to build a house, how's that going to correlate with a fishery? Which is fair enough problem. But I was talking to her about it. And she had a few things, pieces and stuff. Long story short, we'll build a fishery down there. 100 square meters. With a fully set up, so that when we do go start building the house, when everything's ready, we can just go drop and plop straight into a functioning fish room with this fish room being transferred over. A lot more simpler, much more easier. We had a bit of a complication to set up because of the we're doing it through full solar. I'm not interested in going on the grid. It's too expensive here. By the time we get the power and get power line, everything's transferred across and onto the block of land. It's only about another 5 to 8k gear to put the solar in, and because I've got shared title with other people on the land, well, I own my section. I can't sell it under me. I can't sell under them. It's literally owned by us. It's a corporation. But so if I did sell, I'd have to get my shares paid out and pay them for their section and my section. And if they sell, they have to pay me to sell out. Now, I get to keep it, of course, but they can't sell my bit. Anyhow, but they've also are off the grid with power, and they're all solar. They're all set up to big scale of solar, which will be about the same as us, and it costs them $30,000, and they're engineering shop blades, all sorts of things running up. They do have a backup generator as well, just in case, because they hardly ever use that. So that's the plan. Get the power set up, the shed set up, solar and all that, and then start building the house. Of course, because I'm a builder, so that applied to various other things. It shouldn't be too bad. Then the grand schemes can start. Yeah, what's this? Certainly missed the live talks with Fish Fam with Tony and Tim. Those late night chats were good, real good. That miss you guys, and hopefully they can happen again. It's quite nice watching the old ember tetras. I know they're not a real big species, but they've got such a unique personality to them. All their size, they're so rambunctious, active. They still get on well with the other tetras, even if they're bigger than them, as long as they're not, of course, overly aggressive. They look perfect in a wee back biotope like I've got set up there. That's just a nice wee species. I'm looking forward to trying to spawn there. So, as I say, Mr. Gramus, it's my wee niche I'd like to get into. Some koi, various Tinga-Nickan zippers. It's not common where I am. And now branch out from there. And I thought I'd go to South of Marine Tank at some point. Yes. Alright. Get your message there, Graham. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'll just write it out because I'm bored. I understand that everyone else will have them actually talking to which. Why not got Jimmy Hatch's notification? Oh, I'm going to swap into another web browser and find out what's going on. Spam, no, here. Oh, what's going on here? Notification, sending, no. No, I don't know why I didn't have a notification from Jimmy H. I'm set and ready for anyone's updates for my people unsubscribed to. And subscribe to him. I shall go check that. my subscriptions to make sure I can. So I do remember watching some of his videos. Yeah, no, I am subscribed to him. I see it showing up now. Yeah, I'm subscribed, but why is my notification bell? Oh, let's fix that. That's random. Let's fix that. Oh, well, if you think it's wise there, Cream Cop, I might just let Jimmy H go, and I'll get ready to stream another night, because like now that I'm up and running, laptop's good, everything's working well, and all I've got now, and I can just do the streams again another night. So just post up if you think that'd be a good idea, man. Let me know. I'll keep it on the chat. I'm just going to have a look on my text. What am I going to do, guys? Actually, I don't know. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bang, and a crash. Oh, you don't do that yet. There we go. Hopefully that. Gonna sit. Check to see what that looks like. Nah, no, there's my hat. No, it's not gonna work. This is awkward. Nothing's at the right height for me. Oh, what? This might work. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'll be jittering around for a few seconds trying to get a good image while I'm waiting for confirmation. See if that works. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Yeah, that's one of my. That's where my Ember Tetras are. It's actually one of my most favourite things. There you go. I'm just going to go and have a look. Right, quick comment. Okay. Where's my Wii probe? Yeah. Oh, thanks for the reply, Craig. Do you know roughly how long he's going to be on? I don't mean to be like cheeky or anything, but I was only going to go at 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm a bit limited on time. But at this stage, I'm looking at probably doing two streams a week. I'll be doing a Wednesday night and also do a. I'm just deciding Friday or Saturday night. Probably more than likely Friday night. I really do enjoy the streams, so I'm actually quite happy to do them. Possibly even do a lot more than that if I get a bit of support from people who are willing to participate and chat live. But just let me know your thoughts, man, because like it's the first time and I'm not really stressed because there's always another day and anything to do, and I'm just happy to share what I'm doing. Thanks, man. Just for those who are a wee bit curious, this is a bit of free time while I'm waiting. I'm just doing a bit of cleaning. Took the gallon of clean, first time in the glass in over a couple of months. Wait, and interrupt the chorus of the feeding. I'll get over it. Go. Done. One tank done. Sweet. Oh. Yeah, man, I'm gonna call it a day. I'll jump on and see Jimmy's for a while and fill it into 8 because I've got some appointment at 8, and I'll go from there. Well, thanks everyone for the view. I'll be doing more live streams again soon, and enjoy the fish room. Just for those who don't know, that's the week 40 gallon. Eventually that will turn into my more for Tanganyika cichlids. Just I'm currently holding some rescue fish in there as they grow out, and I'm going to call it quits. Well, thank you all for watching. I've finally got the technology up to spec. Well, apart from a proper stand, I've only got a basic stand, which is not high enough. I need to do better. It's actually sitting on a bucket, to be honest. At least I got the cameras working, laptop, and everything up to speed. So thanks for watching. Next fish room out.